Hey guys, welcome back to the second round with Esper Gifts on the mana base. Delving with Devin, of course. So we've got gifts, 2 collective brutalities, which is good. So yeah, I'll keep this. Got Liliana. Opponent mulliganed, which is going to make this Raven's Crime even better. So we're up against Infect, so these collective brutalities are going to be just absurd. I guess I can lead off with Inquisition. There's a Become Immense and a Mutagenic Growth. I think I'm going to take the Mutagenic Growth just because it's scary with the Become Immense. Vines is pretty mana intensive. So on the plus side, I don't think Infect can beat an Elishnorn. So I will strive to get an Elishnorn into play as quickly as possible. Another Inquisition. I think I'm just going to lead off with dressing away that Become Immense. This is the scariest card with this Ink Moth in play. Might of Volcroza. That's unfortunate. It's gonna get a big hit in. So I couldn't have taken the Might there because then he would have been able to there we go. It's not bad. So I think what I can do here is escalate. -2/-2 and have him discard. So now it's either going to kill like there. I think I can get rid of Raven's Crime. It's probably going to get rid of all of his cards. Like he's going to use his Vines to protect the Glistener Elf, and then I get to take his Might. And then hopefully I just draw another land, like a black source, so I can just Liliana kill the Glistener Elf next turn. If not, I have Path up, so I can Path his Inkmoth Nexus probably. I'm having issues with drawing lands in this deck. Like I'm running 25, so it shouldn't be an issue, but it has been an issue. So I guess that's just variance. Okay, so my opponent's left with nothing except for these 2/1/1s. And I have a Path, so that should help. Lingering Souls. So what I might actually do is just Inquisition myself. Get rid of Lingering Souls. So that allows me to cast it next turn, which is pretty good against his board. It's unfortunate that me missing land drops is like forcing me to Inquisition myself, just so I can cast my spells. But the things you gotta do. Well, that's unfortunate. Now that makes my Lingering Souls pretty bad. Okay, well that's good. So now I can Lingering Souls, hold up Path. Dismember. This is probably gonna pump here, and then I path it. Yeah. So I just path. He might have a protection spell. He's only on one card though, so it's not super likely. I guess he has it. It's not quite lethal. So I'm going down to, I'm going up to 9 Infect. Now I get to this Liliana, eat his guy. I could also just, I could Liliana eat his guy, but I could also just like gifts. But I think Liliana eating his guy is pretty safe. Because if I like gifts and he just top decks Dismember, then I'm just dead. Not that they usually run too many copies of it, but it's possible. Or like Apostle's Blessing or something for unblockability. That. Okay, so I'm gonna get Elishnorn on Burial Rites. And then I can just get like Lingering Souls and basically anything. I guess I'll just take a path. You know what? Might as well just take Life in the Loam. Because now I can just uptick Liliana, discard, like the Elishnorn or whatever. Just discard that. Top deck to become immense. It's now in the graveyard. There's no point in me attacking. I mean, there's no point in me not attacking, I guess. But it's trivial. Let's get this Elishnorn in play. Doesn't really matter. Just uptick. Let's flash back this on Elishnorn. Okay, and he just concedes to the Norn. Very powerful card. Okay, so what do I want here? Dispel is probably pretty good. Negate is probably pretty good. And that's probably it. What is bad? It's not a lot that's bad actually. I mean, Raven's Crime can probably go. It's very tricky. I mean, Iona, maybe I don't need Iona because just Elishnorn is just always going to be the superior target. Yeah, I think that's fine. We can submit. Because, I mean, I don't think there's any board state where I wouldn't just rather have an Elishnorn in play. Okay, this hand is medium. I got a little too many lands, but I do have Jace, so we'll keep. I mean, with my luck, I'll just get Twisted Imaged or something, which is not good. Listener Elf. I think I'm just gonna pass. I don't want to give him access to 3 mana on his turn 2. I mean, I could get blown out by like some type of pump spell, but it's a cage, that's fine. Just path this guy, I think. So if he has a protection spell now, that's fine. Like, it's just a 1-for-1. So I could just be dead here if he just goes like land, like fetch land, crack, activate, Might of Okroza, become immense. But I mean, that's just what Infect does, that's why you play it, so you can't really be too upset about it. This Grafdigger's Cage is interesting. Makes me wonder if I want Maelstrom Pulses. Okay, so you'd have to have like Might of Okroza plus another probe. So he's just getting in for 5, that's fine. So now he's going to have an interesting time trying to get through all these Lingering Souls, I think. I just have 2 mutagenics. Okay. I guess that's kind of why people are advocating for this card to be banned, just because it allows these like super explosive turns for free. But it happens. It's Infect. It happens. Okay. Do I want pulses just for cages? Because I mean, I could just hardcast Hellish Norns. All my threats, unfortunately, are not very good against Infect. Pulse is probably just fine, though. Probably... Probably cut a Serum Visions and maybe like one Liliana. Seems okay. We'll try it. Like, this should be a pretty reasonable matchup. Like, even though, yeah, Gifts is a little slow, I do have like 4 paths, Abrupt Decay, 3 Collective Brutalities. Okay, I guess I keep. Ghost Core is pretty good in the matchup too. Inkmoth is probably like one of his better cards. So he's probing before he's fetching, so that probably means he's looking for like a second or third land drop maybe. Because normally you would fetch before if you had enough lands, just to thin the deck. Center Elf. Just gonna get a. Guess I'll get a. Blue green is probably fine. And I'll just get a black blue. I'll just play a Jace. I'll pass the turn. Okay, so I think I'm going to take the hit. He would need like 2 Become Immenses, or sorry, a Become Immense and 2 Mutagenics just to kill me here. It's possible. It's not like it's crazy talk. Just taking 1. Glistener Elf. So Pulse would be good here, especially if you just cast another one. Oh yeah, Pulse would be very good. So I could just try to draw into Pulse, and actually maybe not flipping Jace is good, because I got nothing to flashback anyways. So I think I'm just going to try to draw into Pulse. There's a Thoughtseize. So I think I'm just going to get rid of Flooded Strand. You can just Thoughtseize him. Become immense, I'm probably... I think if I just take Spell Pierce... Am I just dead to Become Immense Dispel? I think so. I think I just gotta take Become Immense. There's gifts. I don't think that I think I just have to try to draw something here. Probably pitch the Elishnorn. It's got Dispel and Spell Pierce. I'm just gonna Thoughtseize. This is not looking the best. Okay, I will pay. Okay, so if I take Blighted Agent, then I could potentially draw Maelstrom Pulse, and then he's down to just an Ink Moth, which I have answers for. Dispel, it stops my gifts, but I don't think gifts is going to be fast enough anyway, so I think I just got to take Blighted Agent. And I will play Floodstrand because I really want to draw a Maelstrom Pulse, so this just gives me the best chance to do that. I think it's Maelstrom Pulse or bust. Oh, Lingering Souls is good too. Lingering Souls is actually very good. Very good. I think Lingering Souls is actually better than Pulse because Pulse doesn't deal with Ink Moth Nexus, so any pump spell would have just killed me. Just blocking on everything. That's fine. So now I'm going to go blue, do this, this, and this. Okay, so I can take Lingering Souls, Burial Rites. Whoops, looks like my opponent just conceded. I was going to take Lingering Souls and Burial Rites, probably Life in the Loam, and virtually any card. And then I could hold him Negate, just so I don't die to Apostle's Blessing. And then the next turn I get Elish Norn out, and he's basically just dead. So there you guys have it. Gifts Ungiven, Elish Norn takes down Infect, the Infect Menace. Infect's actually the highest percentage of the meta, according to most metagame breakdowns, and it's considered one of the most degenerate decks. So the fact that we're able to take it down is fantastic, and we'll see you guys in the third round.